Good evening, friends. Glad that you are able to stop by. I'm out of practice. I forgot my spiel. So glad that you were able to stop by and either watch my live or if you happen to be watching later, catching the replay, welcome. My name is Robin and I'm with Robin's A Blue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Couture. Once you hop on this evening on this hump day, say hi in the comments. Tell me where in the world you are watching from. I am in central Kansas this evening. Let me know how the weather is in your neck of the woods. I want to let you know I'm using an online platform called StreamYard, so I'm live in 3 locations this evening. I'm live on my Facebook business page, I'm live on my YouTube channel, and I'm also live in my private Facebook group. And I tell you that in case you hear me refer to a comment that you don't see in your comment feed. That person may be viewing and watching from a different platform. Also, if you're watching from my private group, if you wouldn't mind clicking the permission link in the description of the video to allow StreamYard access to your profile name and pic. That way, if you do say hi in the comments, you show up under your profile name and not just Facebook user, and I know who to say hi to. So let's go to the comments and say hi. Venetia is watching from Central Kansas. Welcome. Jason is watching from the other side of the door, and my friend Bonita is on. She's also from my neck of the woods. I have to apologize. I have not been on for probably a week. The 3-day weekend. Actually, well, yeah, it was a 3-day weekend. Kind of came and went, and I ended up spending a lot of time in my craft room trying to get it clean. So my apologies for being absent, but I'm back. I will, however, not be live again on Saturday, but I should be live. I want to do a project tomorrow night, but we'll have to see. So with that, don't forget, as you hop on, say hi in the comments. Also spread some of that chalk love around Facebook and YouTube. Hit those heart buttons, hit those like buttons, and let's flip the camera. Look at I'm trying to get organized. I have it all back there in rainbow order. Trying, slowly but surely trying. So let's flip the camera. Okay, so if you have not had a chance to get this transfer, you need to run to my website and pick it up, because I don't know why, I don't know how, but this transfer, this Hocus Pocus Broom coat is in last chance. It just came out in July, but it's already in last chance. Again, don't ask me how or why, but if you haven't gotten it yet and you want it, you need to go get it. But we are using the size C 12x18 Hocus Pocus Broom coat transfer. And let's go ahead and label the back side. This is a reusable silkscreen transfer. I've managed to misplace all of my Sharpies, and I've moved them out of my way so I can't reach them. These are reusable, so I want to denote the back side of the carrier sheet, because when I'm done cleaning, I want to put it back on this backer sheet, but I need to know what the back is so I don't accidentally put it on the, the wrong side. So I'm writing the name on the back. You can just write backside if you want to do that. But I have the name of the transfer on the back so that when I'm done cleaning it, I know that I need to put the transfer back on this side. These are sticky back. They are also adhesive. And they're reusable by 8 to 12 times, if I didn't say that already, depending on how well you take care of them. The surface I'm using tonight is one that I made myself out of my favorite 5-gallon paint sticks. You can get these in a 3-pack at some Walmarts, not the one local to me, but some Walmarts carry these. Some Walmart stores, Lowe's, Home Depot. I get mine at Menards. And usually I put them together so that all of the ends match, where the little end has this little indentation. But this time I decided to flip-flop them, so I have the indentations going opposite directions. And I just cheated and I used cheap acrylic paint and a wet wipe, and I literally just kind of stain washed my board. And then I literally did it at like 7, and it's already dry. And here's your tip of the night. If you need to multitask, but you also need to blow dry your surface, get yourself one of these $1.98 clamps. And then I literally put it on my table and I let it sit like over here, pointed it to my surface, and then I was able to do other things. So helpful tip of the evening, $1.98 clamp. And let's see if it would fit the quick dry tool so you kind of have to finagle it to where it kind of rests against. This may not work very well. A blow dryer works better. Yeah, I think a blow dryer works better, but yeah, helpful tip of the day. It worked wonders. So after I painted and let it dry, I also used the surface wax, and I gave it a bit of a coat of wax just to seal off any of the porous surface areas that are raised or indented. It also will protect my surface from sticking so hard that it pulls or stretches. So now I'm going to fuzz the transfer. 1, it's new, so it's going to be super sticky. And 2, I don't want it to pull any fibers off of my board. And helpful tip number 2 of the night with these larger transfers, instead of pulling the transfer away from the backer sheet, pull the backer sheet away from the transfer, and it's less likely to fold up on you and stick to itself. So I'm taking my fuzzing towel. You can use any terry cloth towel that you would like. You can even use your shirt. And I'm just going to lay my towel on my transfer and get everything imaginable on the back of my transfer. And so I just want to knock back some of that sticky. So I'm just going to do that a couple times. One more time. So what did everyone do for the extended holiday? Did you all have Monday off? I was supposed to have a class on Saturday, but it didn't go because I didn't have any paid registrations. Wah, wah. But try it again later. I don't remember what I did Saturday and Sunday. But Monday I spent 6 hours in my craft room trying to get it organized. I have all sorts of junk on the back of this. Okay, anyway. So I have my board nice and waxed. It's still a little rough in some places because I should have sanded the paint sticks after I painted them, but I kind of want this to be fairly vintage and distressed anyway, so I'm going to go with it. Now I'm just going to burnish this down. I may have fussed it too much. It doesn't want to stick. I just want to get it as smooth as possible. And I'm going, hopefully, if everything works out well, I will do my first layer of bright white. And then I'd like to go in with glow in the dark. We will see what happens. So this is the bright white chalk paste. And because this is a larger project, I'm going to be using one of the angled squeegees. This is the old style. This is the new style. This one happens to be my favorite. You could also use the 4-inch handled squeegee if you had one. Bonita says she was in her craft room from 2:30 on Sunday night until 5:30 a.m. on Monday. Were you cleaning or were you crafting? Either way, that would be amazing. I think I may have fussed this a bit too much. It does not want to stick. We shall see what happens. So because it's not sticking very well, I'm going to try to use very light pressure. And I'm just going to dab quite a bit in a few different spots. I'm going to get a lot of paste. And I'm going to hold it kind of as I go. I can see it kind of moving on me. Ooh, this may not work. So I'm going very lightly. I've never had a transfer just literally not stick before. So I'm just trying to get all of the silkscreen areas. I really like this angled squeegee because it moves a lot of paste pretty quickly. Sorry, I'm not talking a whole lot, but I'm trying to get this pasted so that it doesn't dry in my silkscreen. Oh, there was quite the bubble there. I will probably have to clean the transfer before I do the glow in the dark. And with as unsticky as I ended up getting the transfer, that's probably not a bad idea anyway. So now I'm just trying to scrape off as much excess as I can without totally. Bonita says she's having trouble logging into the Couture site. Are you aware? No, I'm not aware of any problems. They did revamp the website, so it's all new. If you, I don't know, I'll have to. I just happened to get on earlier. If you're using the temporary link that had the word beta in it, don't use that one anymore. You should be able to use the chopcouture.com /. But you said you're having problems logging in. I don't know. I'll have to. You might check with customer service. Wow, with as buckled as that was and moving around, I'm surprised I don't have very many bleeds. I have one right there, but I think it's because of the where the two boards meet, and I have a little bit there, but because I waxed, I should be able to fix it. I'm quite surprised with as much as it was moving around. I figured it would look a little worse for wear. I'm going to put that up there for right now because I want to clean this and get it dry so that we can use the glow in the dark. Hopefully this will be a kind of a quick project. Maybe the longest part will be cleaning the transfer. And I am I'm going to move this out of my way because I will slop water all over it. The website does look a little different. You now have a wish list capability, so you can favorite certain items. And then you can also like you can add stuff to your cart and then send that URL cart link to friends and family, and they can have your wish list. And I think you can also sign up to be notified when stuff comes back in stock. Jason says the Hocus Pocus Co looks amazing. So I'm cleaning this right now because I want to go back in with the glow-in-the-dark paste. So I'm just using a wet board eraser and just a water source. And I'm just wiping away all of that chalk paste. And then I'm going to go on the back side and hopefully try to get some of that lint knocked off. Of course, I can't have so much white paste in here. I can't see what I'm doing. Okay, so let's do the back side. If I can get all that junk off. So this will help remove some of that adhesive that we put on earlier. Okay, so I'm going to take this and put it on my towel. And then swap places. And then I'm going to use a disinfecting wipe to try to get a lot of that stuff off the backside. See if we can get some of that sticky back. Luckily, that's still wet, so it's not going to stick to itself. Okay, so now looks pretty good. Now I'm going to stick this fuzzing towel happens to have a terry cloth side and a microfiber side. The microfiber side is great for drying your transfers. And I'm actually going to get out, leave it. I might get out a second one just to see if we can get this dried a little faster. And speaking of website, I haven't mentioned it a whole lot on Facebook, but there are some price increases. They're not harsh. I think the transfers went up like $1, anywhere from $1 to $3, depending on the size. And some of the paste and the inks are different prices now, but they have the inks actually went down to match the price of the pastes. So now the matte paste, the shimmer paste, and the ink are all the same price point now, which is kind of handy. So you'll notice a slight increase in price, but not significant. They waited as long as they could, but it was pretty much inevitable. I'm just going to turn a little bit of air on. My hair dryer is on a cool setting. I just want to try to get this as dry as I can. And also there's the Christmas holiday lookbook is launching next Thursday, the 15th. So I think there's about 30 new transfers and a new surface. So that's super exciting. I've been saving up my designer dollars so I can get some goodies. Okay, that's a lot stickier now. Let's fold all this up. Get that all out of the way. Now it's super sticky. I'm not going to fuzz it a whole lot just because I want it to stick, but I think I may just do it once just to say that I did it. I didn't know you ordered a mystery pack, Bonita. What was Bonita says she got her mystery pack last Friday and was so glad that Rick was home. You had to give the postman you had to give well, that kind of stinks on your part. So you had to give the postman $4 for additional postage. You might let Couture know that. They might be able to, I don't know if they can do anything, but dang. You'll have to tell me what was in your mystery pack. That's fun. Okay, so we're just going to try to line this up as best as we can. And luckily the silk screen is see-through. So I'm going to try to line the Hocus Pocus up, and then we'll go from there. I'm just going to gently lay it down. Bonita says she was thrilled with the assortment of stencils. So shout out to kind of any testimony to how cool the mystery packs are. I don't know if those are still available. I'll have to look. They were retired. Ooh, retired holiday transfers. How fun. Okay, so this is the glow-in-the-dark paste. It has a slight milky green tint to it. It does charge in the light. Let me see if I'm going to hold it up to the light a little bit. So it does need light to charge, but once it's charged, it pretty much glows all night long. Sometimes if it's not... No, yeah, you can't see it right now. It's pretty cool. So it just goes straight over the top of, you don't even have to use paste underneath it. But if you use paste underneath it, then you can see the design in the daytime. And so I'm just using a squeegee. It's not as thick as paste. And I wouldn't swipe too many times over your paste because you may end up reconstituting and re-wetting your paste. But it doesn't dry as fast either, so you have a little bit more work time. this around this way. So Benita, did you have any of the transfers that came in your mystery pack? Or were they all new to you? You almost need to do this in the dark to make sure you got everything. It does make your transfers shiny so you can kind of see where you've been. Wow, they were all new to you. That's really cool. That's just a cherry on top. All sizes, A, B, C, D, and E. Two of each size. It probably said that. I just didn't pay attention. That's really cool. This is taking a little longer just because I don't know quite where I'm at. Kind of see where my transfer doesn't shine. Down here. Okay, down here. And if it's not perfect, that kind of just adds to the whole vintage distressed look. Okay, almost done. And then you guys need to let me know if you want to see it glow in the dark now or if you just want me to take a picture of it later. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure that I have every place covered and that I don't have globs of it everywhere. Luckily, you can see that your transfer shines. Okay, we'll take that off again. Okay, let's get that a dry. Jason says, let's see it glow. And it'll lose its shine as it dries. It's not the only way you know that it's dry. Of course, my way to know is I usually stick my finger in it. Anita says, yes, let's see it glow. She also says that transfer is adorable. Pretty sure you need it. Well, it's in last chance, so I'd hop on and get it. There's a few spots where it took off my paste. I'm not going to worry about it too much. But I am going to fix one spot real quick. Let's see if I can fix this spot a little bit. So there are two spots, like right here where the S is, where the swirly of the S is, and then right down here. But I'm not terribly worried about it. And there's a few little tiny spots, so it just kind of adds to the distress. But because I waxed where I had some feathering right here, I was able to take it off. And let's try our eraser trick again. There's another little spot there. So I learned from a stencil, a Mylar stencil company, after watching one of their tutorials. If you take these click erasers, Bonita says she was finally able to get on the site and she's ordering. Yay, I'm glad you're able to get in. So if you take one of these white click erasers and get it just a tad bit wet on the end, then you can go in and literally, and it works really well. Let's see if I can find another spot. So I have just a couple little dots right there that I want to get rid of. So I take my little click eraser, get a little corner of it wet, and then I'm literally just going to erase those marks away. Pretty cool. Okay, so now I just need some assistance with lights. And we'll see if it glows. I need to find something to put over my laptop. So if my light assistant can come in, he can help us. Except for I need let's get my phone so I can see what's going on. Put that over the laptop. I don't know if that's going to help cover it or not. And then that last light. That's it. I think I need to cover it a little more. Oh, here, I know what to use. Let's get into my scrapbook stash and we'll get some black cardstock out. Okay, we'll try it again. Let's see if you see it glow. Yes. Yep, you can see a glow. Pretty cool. It's not as lit as it could be, but we also have a big laptop in here that's shining a little light. Thanks, light man. Okay, so let's do, I haven't done a whole lot of housekeeping this evening. So let's, I just want to remind you, if you are a club member, then if you log on to your site as a club member, these pictured size A transfers are 50% off retail price. Great promotion. These would make great Christmas gifts, stocking stuffers, teacher gifts. You could make cute little, get some chalk paste singles and make some cute little gifts for neighbors, teachers, coworkers, friends. So just make sure you have to be logged on as in your Club Couture account, and those will be 50% off. I did mention there is a last chance section, and these Halloween items were added to the last chance section. So you have the damask pattern, the Hocus Pocus Broom Co., the pumpkin faces, the apothecary jars, the 'Tis the Season to Be Spooky, the back to school minis, and the it's October Witches, plus the Spooky Shimmer palette pack. The Gone Batty Chalk Made kit was also in there, but it sold out on the same day that it got put in last chance. So those are as supplies last. I think that's all of the promotions. Also keep in mind, we have the new designer access pass, so you can become a designer with Chalk Couture for an access pass fee of $9.99 plus tax. That gets you on board as a designer, and you can purchase products at 40% off. You can earn 25% commission on any chalk site orders. All sorts of bonuses and perks. That, however, does not include any product, but if you want some product, you can join with option 2 or option 3. Option 2 is the perk add-on pack for $59.99 plus tax and shipping, and the third option is the perks add-on pack, perks plus add-on pack. I'll have to change that for $79.99. So if you've ever wanted to become a designer, but it was a little bit, the kit and the designer fee was a bit pricey, this would be a great time to join Chalk Couture. And side note, if you happen to be in Canada, you do not have to pay the access fee at all. So it costs you $0 in Canada to become a designer. Pretty cool. Okay, so I'll show you my sign. So again, this was with 5-gallon paint sticks. And let me show you how I stuck them together. So I used 9 paint sticks, 10 and 11 if you count the 2 on the back. I just cut 2 of the paint sticks to fit on the back, and then I literally used my Tite Bond wood glue and put some heavy books on top of it and left it for about 24 hours, and it was ready to go. I will paint the back side and the sides eventually. I just didn't have time this evening. So, but cute little sign. Spooky. Put some cobwebs around it. Put a big old spider on it. Excuse me. It would be ready to go. I hope to be live again tomorrow night. It won't be till probably after 7 or 8. I will not be live this weekend. I will be at the Speedway at the races for an early birthday present. So I will be live hopefully tomorrow night, but then I will be mostly regular schedule next week. I see a comment came in. Jason says adorable. If you haven't checked out the new chalk site yet, go to that, www.chalkcouture.com/Robin's Egg Blue Creations. I think I have a Smart Bio link in the description of all the videos that has all of the links to my chalk site, my website, my Etsy store, my Instagram, all that fun stuff. So check that out if you have time. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. If you happen to be watching later, thanks for hanging out with me on the replay, and I will catch you later. Thanks for watching.